was in the early ages, years of the 80s. I was lost looking for ways to create helps for people. The type of helps I saw fit was education. Didn't feel good with apprenticeship. Taking that you couldn't go through apprenticeship and never learn a thing. As time went on, I did the investigative report. The people you know now, they just took my work and ripped it up. Paraphrase shit, which doesn't make sense. Since I was a kid, I was fucking correct. That's how they taught me. Did it by the book. And met up with the original, let me in. Found out it was real, right? Talked to him into an interview. They wanted me to kill them. The man was the original, turned her. He's trying to get her to turn him back. Boom. And how I found them was through the audio over here at the base, right? We're looking through the nanny cam, and in this nanny cam, this guy falls out of a building to the ground. Wait, no, we're trying to see if we know the difference between what's real and what's CG. We was going at it. Ugh. I seen that, asked him to turn this camera into the ones and the zeros. Then with that, I knew the body from the encyclopedias. Seeing through the eyes, right? And now we're looking through his eyes as this is happening. And the last thing we see through his eyes is B-138, train, railroad crossing, right? And then I turned it off because then all of a sudden he gave me the thought, like, what if this happens to you? And it was like, don't you get the sky? Then, and so after that, now I could basically see people's eyes and shit, and all this other shit. So all this stuff happened. People got sued. People try to steal. I won. All this retaliation shit. They know, oh, it's all about the mind and what you know, because you could be a motherfucking lawyer, get tapped in the nose, and lose every case after that. You know, I met up with them, became, and they wanted me to kill them. So I'm thinking ironically, because no, and attempted, couldn't. Right, finally got turned and shit. Eyes turned gray. It was this grayish feeling like a fungus that just kept growing. Some zombie virus, right? But the body has a good immune system and adheres, and so on and so on. And to break it down, probably make zombies. And then from there, I did like the Grindhouse. I was into movies, so I did the second one, right? And these, I had all my kids. I had this agreement with them. I was like, yo, if y'all do the movie, I won't be here. So before I left, I bit every single one of them because I knew as soon as I leave, fuck that coming back and everybody's dead, right? So we find the dude that's in the water still. Break that up, make some. He wrote that underwater movie, some movie about underwater shit. He wrote that underneath there, right? He was frozen in ice. Then again, with the kid, I just hung some fruit punch. It has a certain amount in it. I added a little bit more. Hung it. Had one underneath it. Stabbed it. Let some pour out. Got the rest. Everything else can be CG'd in. The body hanging. Just make sure it's stuck. It's there. You can get rid of that. The body hanging and all that other shit, right? To make it interesting. A movie that's gonna sell. So I don't know if most of that other shit happened, but this, unless he went and got it and was like, oh no, this is how it happened, right? Did that, and so on and so on. Then we had Scarlett, and made her do the rest of the movie, right? Because I don't know if it was in Canada over here. Came back. It was probably in Fargo. And you know what happened over here with the one-eyed guy and the sticky floor and all this other shit, right? And Jesse shit, right? So in Hardcore Henry, we sitting there and we driving in the car, and it's like, "Who's the girl?" Right? And then she says, "Oh, I'm Scarlett." And then he says, "Oh no, there is no girl." Oh, this is the Mendezes because the Mexicans went to Canada. Remember that? And in one of these police stations, just a kid and shit. And these fucking astronaut dudes taught us to the astronaut shit. And fucking mustache and glasses. And they was acting like sheriffs, the same shit. Oh, yeah, well, we're not going to hire you guys. We're going to hire us. It's discrimination, man. I was like, why don't you hire black people here? And it's like, oh, the black people. I was like, who are you talking about? That dude right there walking, huh? The guy's there eating a sandwich. Yeah, that's him right there. Yeah. Give me another fucking sandwich. All right, man. You keep it cool with me. I'll keep it cool with you, huh? Some weird shit right there. So I was a vampire. Make sure they knew I was going through some bullshit. And before vampirism, let's get to the age of the Bride of Chucky. First kidnapped, put in the back of a cage with these dogs, chewing on my goddamn head and shit. Oh, same baby Diesel's holding, right? When he was an infant but just tall. You notice him walking to the car. And the same dog's kids is right there in the movie and stuff. And these same dogs, oh, they put me in a cage with some puppies, a dog fight. And they ripped off some of my flesh. And I ripped off some of their flesh. And then they dropped the dogs off. And I healed and they didn't. So I used my flesh to fix them, right? Then after the whole money situation and I transferred to the Federal Credit Union, uh, boom, here comes these people, spaceships, aliens, whatever the fuck, popping in and out. Hey, 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 now they're all trying to beat me up and all this other shit. And went through all this bullshit. And they got this thought, you owe this to we deserve. And they're all breaking federal crimes. What's the problem? Hey. Ah, some officials, hey, they helped us out. We put them in jail. Hey, we're over here acting like that. Hey, foreigners came from the FBI. Hey, from other places. Hey, got to do time. Ain't got time to pay for this. So I'll do it when I get out. Left all these foreigners from other places. Oh, we're going to do our shit. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, let's make some jokes about people harassing you through the walls and shit. And check something about some old, you know, it's all on strat. You know, they're like, hey, hey, we're cops. We're from Canada. So you're saying you're a Mountie acting like a cop. You do that in Alaska? You know? They deal with zombies and shit. This zombie island shit. Cats would dress up like George Washington and then the people who went to Japan before, what is that? Not Pearl Harbor, but the English people, when they had made a deal with the colonial people, had made a deal with the people of the land. Then they went to Japan, the British people, and went to the prostitutes, right? The geishas, and made their kids. And that's why Japanese people look so weird now, right? Oh, oh. Then you notice them kicking it with British people because that would be it. Oh. And after that, Japan tried to attack America again. Oh. This Pearl Harbor shit, hey, if there was actually a thing of a big blue guy that popped out of nowhere, the piece of his body became that little bowl that can explode if you drop it, and then the kid came in and lifted it up, boom. And they blamed it on the U.S. because the blue guy came to the U.S. and picked the goat people because they was like, you ain't human, you could kick it with us. And for thousands of years, to where when we got there, there was at the toppest mountain peak on the continent, there was water. And we got off on the flat plain, we drunk it, used, ate, shat it, broke it down, and went from Antarctica to here. Went out the blue. Oh, it's 1991. So it's like 1430, 1495 or some shit, right? Let me see, it's 1435. And I popped up with technology and was like, y'all, let's get over here. Plus 30. So it's 1460 something right now, right? I'm Neo Dominic. And they took me to this island and left me. No, 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 how it happened, right? Okay. So I went to go try to go. So first I was all cool with Canada. Had the right dual citizenship. Got Texaco, put it over there in Atlanta. Had a couple of Texacos around here, right? Franchised it from over there. Pfizer Corp was going out of business. Salt Sugar, I purchased it. Lock, stock, and barrel. Small LLC turned it into the Pfizer Corp. Walgreens going out of business. New York. Oh, put the A in the front. It just came from boot camp. You know. Right. So went over there to Canada. It was all cool and shit. It was a dual citizen, right? So I went over there to try to grow some weed or learn how to grow plants, right? So beforehand, I grew this weed, and when they came and took the dogs and everything and said that they were related to Horus because they had human blood, started growing them from the ground. I had looped some grass and said marijuana and marijuana grew. And then they base this on their weed. Is they have the first of everything, right? And went over there, and everybody who went over there to try to grow weed, most people got stuck over there because you ain't got no right to do it, especially if you ain't no citizen, right? So I went over there to learn. He gave me the Tootsie Pops. Boom. Got too close to the spiders. Bam. Then astral projected out. Started talking to him. I feel no pain this way. Yeah, I just came from Japan, China, all these other places. It was like, oh, just popped out, popped back into existence. And I don't know if he was dead or whatnot. But I grew my little herbs and shit and gave it all kinds of funky names, herbal purple, herbal gerbil, all this other shit, right? So after that shit, I come back. I go through all this bullshit and then get kidnapped by Lou with the C in the front. White girl. And she takes me because at this time I have metal bones, right? I'm dying of metal poisoning because they switched my bones with lead. So the spiders got metal poisoning, and I astral projected out and shit, so I don't feel no pain. And I'm basically kidnapped, brought over there, and somehow my bones turned into metal parts still, as if it was part of my body. So all that came back. Got put in the cabinet. They flicked the switch. Boom. Well, she flicked the switch. Now I'm stuck there on my knees, and the switch is in the kitchen, and I'm there, and they leave. 3 months, 6 months, 7 months. I don't know how long I was there. Then finally, my fingertips turned black and fell pulled away, feet, and then boom, right, the new one. Well, I'm still in the tree stump. Then all of a sudden, she goes, "There's a new one. Hey, my life's not the same life, right?" Astral projected, dust ball popped in there, boom. Took the kid, she squirted in a bowl, left it there. A flying sperm hit in there. Bloop, 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 bloop. Kid plop out. They grab this kid, get up on there, leave him on the edge of the island. Kids is like dog. So low they grow they age right. I'm a kid, so since we don't have too much experience, right? Still in the USA, put the kid on the island. Right? Kid dies. Blah, blah, blah. Everybody seems to know. Hey, there you go. Right? Down as dead. You know, they were kids, but they just had Asperger's, so they looked at older or the third ripple, right? And they were all the sound Down syndrome, right? Because they were just kids. You're not supposed to be talking here. You're supposed to be learning how to talk. Kidnapped to Canada, balls sent here. Oh yeah, give billion balls to this guy after the African female over here from South America. Oh yeah, hey. We watched the border. Hey, don't that last guy there look like Clyde? Then we watched this thing in Africa. Oh, we did not know about slavery until don't they look like him too? Oh, you're laughing. Hey, you got kids. Boom. One day you'll have some kids somewhere. Say, hey, prostitute, prostitute. Got another billion, got another arm, got another arm. Kids have problems. Why? We're blockers. But I got kicked out and I have to go do something. Hey, I was supposed to be here. Oh, we got rid of you. You know, some bullshit, right? What the blockers do? Hey, it comes out. We stop it from leaving. Stay. Oh, we took all those. Oh, it just keeps coming out. And there'll be some sick woman. Oh, I allow you to do this to me. Forget about it. And they say, oh, you guys do this to everybody. And it's like, we didn't know about that kinky shit until you turned us on to it. Now that you did, we've been trying to find as many people as we can to get into it. We'll get through with that shit, right? And years later, oh, propaganda, here's some bullshit. Hey, got kicked out of this state for doing the exact same shit. Hey, how you doing? Now I'm telling you the truth. If I lie to you, I'll give you $100. I never gave anybody any money. I must have told the truth. It was like, hey, I was a listener. I watched. Obviously, you said everything was a lie. It was. So the zombie went and astral projected out. Because the only thing a zombie remembers is me. Same spirit, right? So I astral project, get hit into the kid, boom. Now I'm a physical, learn how to plant. Get away, keep telling these people I don't know who you is. Pop back, boom. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The only thing is the same is the spirit. Right, and how the dawn of the dead happened, right? So, blonde hair chick you see, right? Why she's still so young? She was just a kid. But this was my Aaron and Ellie twin that didn't look like her. Hey, and they all went to Russia. Oh, they all went to Canada. Oh, a whole bunch of people left from Russia to Canada. Oh, you start getting it, right? Certain parts of my life, I'm getting my body parts snatched. But it's the original, right? We had to kill you off to get this ball. You know,
So I astral project out. Got dogged out by the kids for some money. This is why they're in the movie. We got money. Because they're taught this shit. Oh yeah, we're in Africa. Yeah, let's get naked and show our bodies. And notice everybody in Africa keep their clothes on. Hey, what's up? We're here. We're claiming this and that. Oh, we're leading everybody astray that knows the truth. Yo, bad for listening to us. You knew who the fuck we was. Hey, everybody. Oh my gosh, they're terrorists. Ah! Let me tell you the truth. Right, right. So, then Matt got still twin, and he was telling me the same shit. Oh, you the parent. You the parent. Okay. So all this time shit was supposed to happen, right? VHS tape walking into the past. All that solid gold. That's actually time travel, right? Before there was an ocean. Right. So he's one of the offspring's kids, right? Just like over here in downtown when got the girl from Mariana, and she was like, "Oh no, 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 no. Where's my dad at?" And he was like, "Oh, you got my gonorrhea." And then he just left a thumb from the sand and the thumb, right? And all that time travel shit had to happen. It happened. They kept telling me who I was, all this bullshit, didn't know. Right. So the spirit of the man they holding down in the cave came to me a couple of times and said, "Ooh, I want to be you." I was like, hold up now, step the fuck back. More reincarnation bullshit, right? Right, because everybody was fucking squares, right? Whether you want to believe it or not, like we're all related. He made all these white kids freaky deaky ladies and so on and so on. Boom. Chose to raise them how he chose. Freaky deaky shit. Started the word sexual. You break it down, sexual. They didn't know. Double crossed his ass. He was the shadowy, blurry part in the Valley Beyond. So this must have happened in Canada, right? And it was racist, right? So from the ancient time, the three alligators with the sharp noses from Mars, Black Meddling, who became these kids. Because after I'm over here building this continent, and they're building Africa, that continent, the mimic, the other continent, the hemisphere, whatever they want to call it, I don't know, is at the bottom. Gabrielle, bam, that freaked out. So they're right, and so my kids are over here doing their thing, and people popping out from there. Hey, you, thinking that they're me. And then all of a sudden, the journalist pops up. Hey, they leave the journalist. She sees one of my kids, thinks the kid's me, and says, "I'm gonna go over here because this is over here." And he was like, "No, there is no water whatsoever." So she passes away. I'm chilling up in heaven, nigga. You know what I mean? Just kicking it there, watching perpetual motion destroy this bitch, thinking, should I create this motherfucker? And then I felt bad for her. I don't know why. Nigga, one life to live. A couple billion years later, oh, I felt bad for you out the blue. Invited her up into heaven. She kicking it, and then all of a sudden, she like, I'm your mom. I'm your parent. I understand why. Boom. The blue one. Who was the son? The red one. Oh, but it was just a spirit, right? And I'm getting ready to go back home, and it's like, oh, second time was Dr. Manhattan. Oh. And this problem you don't get. So each one of these kids of mine in heaven became somebody down here. Oh, Then you didn't understand that situation. You created all this. Y'all be the offspring that they chose to do as they chose to do. And no reason whatsoever, huh? Just saying. Read it. You think about it. Apply it to present day science. Yep. Wait, I don't like y'all rewriting this. What are you talking about? We translated that straight from these two Greek and Latin words from another planet. Oh, this is word for word, verbatim. Right, I wrote Trichology in the other book. They took it. From there, they wrote the Necronomicon and every other book. Oh, I learned how to infuse my words. Also learned how to scribe. I scribe my name. Then, did it on a clean piece of paper. It was after that Canadian party when I brought them back. The same lady offered that English soon. She's red hair and freckled when she turns dark, just like Luda. She's born in Russia, so they're light when she turns dark. That's why she's known as black in Russia. She got two twins. Then the other kids I astral projected from Russia back here had them. And then weird how Greg and Kate look alike. Oh, Greg had Asperger's. Oh, Greg wants to be a kid again. Oh, why did Greg say buys things? Ah, ugh. Right. So he turns into a girl. Inside's adult. Boop, boop, boop. Paranormal activity 3. Right, like I said, when you do that like federal stuff, they do a lot of weird shit. Like this says if we do this, we conjure a spirit. Let's find somebody to sacrifice. All right, that shit is real. Let's get the fuck out of here. Had to create all this shit, right? And so the kids are left. They wanted garlic, right? President, we smell all that shit and shit, right? So they was tuned to what they did back in the day, which y'all do present day, right? H.P. Lovecraft, right? Two names made a name. Oh, that's us. We've been blah blah blah. Oh yeah, we took this from you. Doing the same shit as both. Hey, I'm trying to tell you some real shit that's going on. Oh yeah. In this way, it was perfect, right? Oh yeah. Right. So you're reading Thoth, you're listening to it, and all of a sudden you notice when they take it from me and put me in the month Anonymous in between the walls, and oh. The last time we hear it is the kid. Oh yeah, hey, grandma. And you see him on another planet, does the music videos. It's like, hey, yeah, you sent the camera, y'all the footage. That's how y'all got the footage. Right, because they was dabbling with aliens and shit. The only aliens I dabbled with was the Crotonians and what we fucking with, right? And these people, the goat people, it was weird. It was like they were transformed into goats, right? So they're all from the era of Dr. Manhattan type shit too, right? And these people are us, but in the future, where they decided that this chin, this nose, these cheekbones, and this hair brow, and this hairline, and this hairstyle is the most dominant. Boom, they all look alike. Boom, what y'all watching now, CG'd face on. Hey, after paranormal activity, had the kid, hey, boom, flick, CG'd up. Hey, okay. What is his match? And you see how they do it. Oh yeah, you got all this stuff. You can go fuck. Oh, we would transform you into a female, run you as a hoe, and then try to hold it against you. It's like, yeah, well, it's like jacking off. Just trying to bust a nut. Did not know any better. Oh, didn't know that now got it. These adults are supposed to be the fiduciary, which never was. That's all they want. Then boom, went back to normal. And they was like, oh yeah, that's who you gonna be. And I didn't know shit until I was taught it. But beforehand, that's the only whatever they are. This is that person. This is exactly how that person is gonna be act. Never does. Oh, got some new people. Oh yeah, yeah. Got rid of those people that didn't listen. Hey, you guys listen. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I see them. Yeah, I'm trying to fit in. Oh, 20 years later, I've been watching you for years. He just pops back in, does the same shit, tricking the females, burning them with HIV and AIDS. Another reason everybody went to Canada. Well, they didn't have an AIDS or HIV test. Hey, they went to either South Africa where the HIV was present there, and hey, we think taking virginity is a cure. And the porn stars go there when they catch it. Or hey, we're going to Canada. Not only hey, consensuality, hey. Then you watch all these movies surreal from the 80s. Oh, the border. I'm going to take this kid to Caligari. Then present day, hey, even though we made our deals, blah, 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 figured out what signed it was, hey, we're here because we got the right to be here because of you. We're North America. Hey, after you made your deals and did your shit, you can't use me. Back to the Don, right? So, as you notice, when she tried to pull it right, so that's her father. Fuck that shit. That's her father, that's his 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 father, and all that other shit, right? Got kicked out of my mansions over there in Russia. Then I had no choice, so I did my genealogy, went over here, found my cousin from Portuguese. This month does his Portuguese shit. Oh, he gets scared, takes out to Canada with everybody else. Hey, they went to my shit and say this is not Wisconsin, this is Fargo, man. It was fucking ice butt ass cold because of empty fields that did not yield shit. A few roads, put some houses. Hey, they're in Fargo. Oh. And another version of me, oh, I'm doing the audio. Oh, got you. Another version of me is like, yeah, let me make sure this shit is cleaned up. Blow that motherfucker up. The other version of me is on the island fighting the kids. We know me, mom, from Chicago, getting flicked. And you like, oh yeah, they all look for you and shit. No. You remove that CG, they're all looking like midgets. Oh, everything. You probably get on that island and you're like, oh shit, I broke the stage. Shit. Right? And you're like, these are actors. I was like, no, that used to be a man. Now that man is dead, and these are them doing this before they fucked me over and went and did that shit on the TV show that you're watching now. Boom. So we're watching all their old shit. Hey. Then, ka, blah. Notice anybody look different? Well, let's say you keep on having kids, then eventually you're going to have the same looking kid as the kid you had years before. Well, let's say you in another time period in time, and then all the exact same kids pop out, but the exact same different time. And the one who burnt his face looked exactly like him. height and everything. He just had boots to make him look taller. Get those stilettos. Right. That was all that. Then I guess I was chillaxed in another country and shit. Learned of it, practiced it, recorded it. Hey, I'm walking through Norway. Hey, notice this town. Everybody's just not even notice. I can just transform into a werewolf. You see the spline from the hardcore right on the other foot. No, I just use parkour at that and endurance. And walking through the town. Recorded it and stuff. Mm. Then I just got tired of it, right? And then the body just gave out. And I passed away and it popped up in 1942. It's great, 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 great. And then she just gave up. Oh, no. Then I jumped into the bayou. Boom. These other cats is over here getting ready to shoot me and shit. Set me up, right? They know exactly where you gonna jump. That's the only thing with the werewolf. You pass away, you go into the next one. Right? It doesn't matter the time of the day. You might end up the first one. You might end up the second one. Doesn't matter, right? Well, that's that. Zombie, vampire, and a zombie eat like 100 million things or do something 100 million times, and then to the negative 100 million, then you're a human again. Boom. Yep. Vampire, you only have a certain amount of time to be as fast, flying, and so on and so on. Each thing you do. So after like the 10,000th time doing it, you're losing it, going back to being human. Flying up in the air, flying out of nowhere, boom, boom, boom. The happening. Werewolf. So that's that. Aliens. They didn't have pirates with an eye patch, but they had space pirates. Speaking from whose point of view? Their point of view, the evil one. And everything is detailed in cartoons. This is how they show us their shit. What actually goes down in their world exactly, but just cartoon. So the unreal looks logical. It went to 2017, yeah, with the Fast and the Furious money. Yeah. From the cabinet. Right, so when he turns back, you notice why he's sitting there on the U.S. politics shit. And if you slow the frames down, he gets up and starts eating motherfuckers. Yeah, yeah. I guess this is how he caught them little liverworts and shit. I don't know. Then that will be understandable why they have it. Boom, you see me as a vampire, any of that shit. They don't eat me. Right, sleepwalkers. Whoa, real story. So I guess everything came from them, or was spirits. So the sleepwalker. So the Shaggy and Scooby, right? In the Dawn of the Dead, you seen Shaggy, you seen Scooby. Look at the hands. Boom, Dorian. Look at the Queen's father. Look at the Scooby Doo. Oh, you get there, you look at the news, and it's the same black woman on there. Bam. I'm just saying. But you don't leave that island. So sleepwalkers, there used to be the big house. Sleepwalkers love the cats. Then go to the movie, Sleepwalker. Now they hate the cats. Why? We know why. Used to love them. Cats know who they are. Now they're trying to hide. They had Junior in there, son. So this happened in the 80s. And already had cameras in all these places. Right. Documented a lot of shit, right? So for all we know, the viral is true, right? Oreo, all that shit. It's all about interpretation, right? Somebody interpreting shit, right? So it, let's talk about it. Me and my kids, we did it. Exactly how you watch it now. So they was like, hey, that's nice, that's cool. Now let me show you how we really do it. The old school way. And everybody enjoyed it and loved it. And then we boosted up to technology. So all this stuff was made in the 80s. Was the fucker right there? Fucking four-eyed nerd. But you know, he was my favorite. That's it. This happened in the 80s. Right. And just think who I look like as a female. And coming from the female to would look like. And what they're saying, hey, we took your sperm, we made these people. Then we shoved this estrogen pill in your ass, beat you up. Then while you was in there, possessed your body and said, hey, turn me into a female. Did all this sick shit. Then when you turn back into a male, sorry. Right, I remember then when I was a kid. I was probably like 5 or 4, and just got back and sewn up. Just kept everything because you know I was trying to boost the estrogen turn to testosterone because the pill was pure estrogen, right? It happened over a whole fucking year process and shit. So I sold up everything. Brain went from right to left. And I'm sitting there. It was, and then I think I don't know if it was before or after. I'm trying to remember. I remember standing there, and then poof, the stitches popped. It's like hell, man. I was like, I'm gonna start running against me. I was still Anthony. It was before 6. All this shit happened. Shit, probably a 2 year whole process, right? The whole span of 2 years went through all this shit, and it's like, the only memories I have of most of my kids are some motherfucking sick fucker dressed up in their flesh doing porno, or old pictures that they was like, oh, we don't give a fuck, kid, and burnt up. Oh, right, it's up in Charlotte. Hey, 2 kids. Hey, one of them, Pride and Joy. She all light skinned and beautiful and shit. Ray, up here comes the other one. Oh, so we're over here in Charlotte. I noticed that nobody's at this house and shit. And I'm like, shut up, let's go. We're in this big ass SUV. And they was like, no, I don't want to. So I don't understand what they're talking about. Then all of a sudden they get these guns and they're dead. Right? I don't know. So I get up in there, these people are there and they snatch me off and take me somewhere. Then they pop back and it's these people that went to this school over here. And next thing you know, they're on the news. Oh yeah. And they had this augmentation surgery and used my kids' faces and plan on doing porno with. Hey. Michelle. Um, so the six should be happening, man. It's the weird shit right there with all these things in there, right? Just like the Durham horror. Oh, we got that. We don't give a fuck what you did, but I thank you because without your help, then this would have never been happening. It was like, yeah, the kid's perfect is all right. Yeah, we even live by you. And then, handcuffs. This is not your insurance policy. It's like, what is insurance made for? It's like, hey, it's for at least to find people in negligence for no fucking reason. Wow, 10 years passed. Kid was all right. Boom, you took an insurance policy out next year. Oops, funeral. Ugh. Worst case scenario, nobody gave a fuck and put the kid in jail. Ugh. You popped out after another year. Oh, he's dead. Funeral. Insurance policy. He finally gets out the penitentiary. It was like I only had 3 months, but I had to stay in there fighting so I could stay. I fought. I stayed. It was like I got to eat, got Doritos, got shoes, got clothes, got TV. Ooh, 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 ooh. With your ass, I got to starve. I got nothing. I got laughed at. Then it's all fucked up. Oh, no, hey, we need two. We need two. There's 140 fertility. We need two. Sorry, I can't have kids because I'm from another country and I talked all these other black people into having vasectomies and shit. Or worse, we served at the boot camp or the service and I kicked them in the balls or school. Hey, it's all good. I cannot have them. Then whatever they do, you find out it's wrong. Sorry, we're not going to do nothing. We're trying to repopulate. Then the worst shit they telling me, we killed yours off and we have ours. It was like, hey, I had to find a couple of toilet paper rolls to do this. It was like I didn't trust them, so I kept it all in the bag. You guys all right? Yes. Give us a piece of steak now. God damn it.